Alright, what up people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is to talk about Arsenal versus Napoli, the game that all of us have been secretly dreading. But I'm here to tell you, you shouldn't. Now, it's been a little while, it feels like it's been a little while. It's only been about 4 days since we last played. 3 days. 3 days as I record this. It'll be 4 days by the time we play. And yeah, it's for me. People will notice with me, I wasn't angry. I was baffled, and I was also like figures, because with Arsenal, when you tell them that you've got the easiest running, they will find some kind of way to show how uneasy that running is. We lost on paper the easiest game, Burnley aside, the easiest away game that we could have lost, because I think that Wolves game is going to be tricky. I think that Leicester game is going to be tricky, especially now. They're playing very well under Brendan Rodgers. And Arsenal, it's not even like these teams are better than us. We just get complacent and silly and ridiculous. And we find a way to shoot ourselves in the foot. But this is what this competition is for, you know. This is what the competition is, a backup in case we start choking in the actual Premier League. I've seen people say that, you know, that they prefer that we focus on the Premier League. I want us to focus on both, don't get me wrong, but ultimately at the end of the day, this is why we play these type of competitions, to win stuff. You know, we're all talking about how we don't want to play the likes of your Barte Barasovs and, you know, Farmer Joe United and things like that. But then when a team like this comes up and everyone starts getting shook, it's like, so why are we working so hard to get back in the Champions League then? This is why you play competitions like this. You play competitions like this to get back into the Premier League, to get back into the Champions League. For me, I'm confident. I legitimately am as well. This isn't just, you know, video talk. For me, this is a genuine belief I think we can beat them. Why, Chris? Why are you so confident? I said prior in my preview that it would not surprise me if we lost to Newcastle, and we lost to Newcastle. Hence why I wasn't surprised. You know, those are the sort of games we lose, where we take our eye off the ball and start focusing it elsewhere. Those are the type of games we don't turn up for. This type of game, I guarantee, we'll turn up for. And, you know, I've seen a lot of people say that they wish that the game wasn't at home and this, that, and the other. Actually, I'm pretty thankful for the fact that it is, that we have this at home. Especially the way we're playing in both competitions, both the league and the Europa League. We're not playing great football away from home. I don't know what is going on away from home, but we don't seem to be playing with a lot of confidence when it comes to away from home. But at the Emirates, that's when we are about this life. Because with the exception of Man City in the league, them idiots in the Carabao Cup, and then fools up north for the FA Cup, generally, the Emirates is a bit of a fortress. We don't tend to play too many games when it comes to... when I say too many games, we don't tend to mess around when it comes to the Emirates. It's the one place we can kick ball. And I think that we'll get back to basics. I think that what will aid that was that I expect us to have a couple more players back. It is what it is. For me, I'd like us to just go there and take it to them. Show no fear. Show no intimidation factor. And the players who come into this side need to contribute and contribute well. Because this is a side that has suffered a confidence blow, but up until that Newcastle game, we have been in good form. We need to get back to good form. You know, a good victory against a top team like Napoli could set us right. And these guys are not infallible. They're not in great form themselves. People have, that's just gone under the radar. In fact, most recently, on Sunday, they drew 1-1 to Genoa. Genoa, mind you, and Genoa had 10 men as well. Just to let you know where Genoa is in the league, they're 13th in the league. And by the way, guess who was at home? It was Napoli. You know, these guys are not infallible. Prior to that, on last Wednesday, they lost 2-1 to Empoli. You have to go all the way back to last month, albeit at the end of last month, where, admittedly, they absolutely smashed the back doors in of Roma. But then I'm looking through their results. They're not infallible. Yes, they have some amazing players, whether it's your Koulibaly, whether it's your Mertens, whether it's your Maliks, who's on fire, by the way. He's got like 13 goals, in 28 starts and 10 appearances. So we're talking about a prolific goal scorer. You know, your Inzaghi's, who himself has got 13 goals this season. Your Mertens, who's got 14 goals this season. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. These guys ain't ramping. And just to put another little edge, another little dynamic into the mix, you've got Ospina, who you can just imagine that we've probably been arrogant enough to say, yeah, Ospina can play against us. He plays against us and has some sort of barnstormer. And I don't care what anyone tells me. Ospina has a lot of issues. The one thing he's very good at is penalty stopping. And you're going to see some crap happening where Arsenal get a penalty. Ospina steps up, saves the penalty, and that potentially costs us the tie. So I hope we don't take no chances. Just in case Ospina is feeling like he wants to prove something, just take him out of that equation. You ain't allowed to play against us, son. You're on loan. Yes, they have a lot of good players. But also, do you know the other reason I'm confident? We genuinely have a good record against Italian sides. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Even when we lose games, we tend to rescue it in the second leg. You ask Thierry Henry. Some of you ain't even old enough to remember what happened in that game. You know, we can do this, but the players are going to have to focus. And that's why I guess I wasn't too mad, because I think ultimately I'd rather they lose that Newcastle game and win it and win here. Because as I alluded to earlier, for me, I think it's a good thing that we're playing at home. The way we are playing away from home at the moment, we need to go there with some sort of lead. We need to go there with something to defend. And maybe playing at home is key to that. So I think if we can take it to them, let's face it, it'd be so Arsenal to win this game after losing on Sunday. It'd be so Arsenal to do that. Having said all of that, for me, this is the 1-11 that I would play. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go with... now, I would go with Leno. Let's be real, he'll go with Petr Cech. I'm done arguing. So I'm just going to pick Cech. But know to yourself that if it was me, I would play Leno. Because I think he's done well. I'd play a back four at home. I'm not convinced we should be playing a back five, particularly at home. I think we're doing it only to accommodate Kolasinac. Now, if this was me, I'd play Ainsley Maitland-Niles right back. Yes, I get it. He had a terrible game at the weekend. But I still trust him more than I do Lichtsteiner. I just do. I don't want Lichtsteiner against their pace. I don't. I think at home, Ainsley Maitland-Niles has done pretty well. At home. So I play him in this game. Two centre-backs. I'm going to go with Koscielny if he's fit. And Socrates because his suspension is domestic only. So he should be fine playing this game. And I hope not. If Koscielny isn't fit, Go on then, Mustafi. But please just focus. Just focus, please. Left back, I'm going to go Monreal. It's a risk. It is a risk against their pace. But I don't think Monreal's as slow as Lichtsteiner. So I'm prepared to take that risk. All right. In the middle, I'm going to go with Torreira. And I'm going to go with Xhaka in the hope that Xhaka is fit and ready. Which I know is ironic coming from me when I talk about hope. Because it wasn't so long ago I was talking about why I feel the club might sell him. Listen, in the same breath, I've also said that I feel like Xhaka has played very, very well this season. And he has. And I think in a game like this, what was so key when we played Italian opposition last year against AC Milan was that they just stood off him. And they just allowed Xhaka to dictate tempo. And that's the one thing I've noticed about Italian sides. They don't generally, I know Colin might be screaming, yes they do. They don't generally tend to press. And I think if you don't press Xhaka, that's going to suit Xhaka down to the ground. So I play Granit Xhaka in this game. I'm going to say that about someone else shortly. But I'm going to play Granit Xhaka in this game. I'm going to play Lucas Torreira because we've missed Torreira. We've missed his bite. At the very least, even when he's been off form, we've missed that ball of energy. So I'm going to play Torreira in this game. Now, I'm going to lie to you guys. I've been toing, throwing. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, I've decided. I'm going to go with 2 number 10s. I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil and I'm going to go with Aaron Ramsey for 2 different reasons. I think with Mesut Ozil, I think, like I mentioned for Xhaka, see above for Xhaka, I think they'll give him a lot of respect. And I think that'll be a mistake. And I think for that reason, he'll be able to dictate play. Let's be real here. We may have not a lot of the ball. Yeah, Napoli are a top side. And in which case, our counter-attacking game needs to be on point. So I think Mesut Ozil could be key to that. On the flip side to that, I'd play Aaron Ramsey because I think Aaron Ramsey could be extremely key in a game like this, where he may need to be that guy that picks up the spills, the untracked runner, the person that arrives late in the box. I think he will be absolutely key in this game for those reasons. And that's why I opt for him instead of Lacazette. And I would actually drop Lacazette to the bench with the view of late in the game, giving him half an hour or so to make some sort of impact. Nothing against Lacazette, I'd just drop him for this game. He's played a lot of games lately. And as dumb as this sounds, I don't know if it's just, maybe it's arrogance, maybe it's, I can't say it's tiredness because we've not played a lot of games lately. So I don't know what it is, but I'd drop him for this. And I'd play Aaron Ramsey with the view of playing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up top by himself. Let's see what the guy's got behind 2 number 10s with a bit of service. And I think this is the shape you go in because if it's all going a bit Pete Tong, then at least Aaron Ramsey can drop into central midfield and kind of cover the holes and cover the runs a little bit. But to me, I think this is the team you play. And I think we'll beat them. I think we'll beat them well. It could be a mad scoreline. It could be like 4-2. I'm going to go with 3-1. I think we'll beat them. I really do. I think we'll take a good lead to Napoli. What happens in Naples is another fucking question. But right now, I think 3-1 sounds good to me. You guys let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop kick that like button for me. I appreciate it when you guys do that. I'm trying to find some time to do a 236 preview with Ola. Most likely that will be Friday, I would imagine. But it may be earlier than that. We'll drop it for the YouTube channel and for SoundCloud / iTunes. So keep an eye out on that. Until then, we're out of here, people. Take care. Deuces.